Let's listen to a sad tale of forgotten food scraps titled The Leftovers. Lunchtime is ending at the school. The students are eager to go out and play, but they know they have to clean up their mess first. They grab their trays and walk over to the bin near the door. Each student knocks a tray, thunk, into the garbage can and shakes off all the food and waste. They were so excited to go out and play that they barely tasted much of the pretty food. Nearly every tray has some type of food scrap. Some lunches were barely eaten, others were half eaten, and still others are now just leftover tidbits of this food and that. They dot the trash with a rainbow of colors: raspberry red, lemon yellow, noodly white, orangey orange, beet pink, leafy green, and blueberry blue. Then the students are gone. The lunch lady adds a lid to the bin, making an echoing thwack sound. Now the food scraps and other waste are left alone in the dark, dank bin. Inside the bin, the food scraps shift around. Orange bites mix with leftover avocado and slippery bits of cheese, ham, and tuna chunks. Other food scraps are now so coated with grimy goo that they are barely recognizable. The whole bin is beginning to smell. When the bell sounds and recess ends, the food scraps inside the garbage can in the lunchroom shift again. They know the students have gone back to class. The cafeteria is super quiet now, and it's getting steamy inside the trash. "You stink," the mashed potatoes complain to the egg. Just then, a cafeteria worker arrives with a tray of leftover salad the students didn't eat. He lifts the lid of the bin, shakes the leftovers on the top of the smelly food scraps, and then drops the lid back into place. The newly arrived lettuce exclaims worriedly as it wilts in the dark. "Oh no, this is awful. What will happen to us now? Where are we going? Why haven't they eaten us?" "You think you've got it bad? Some of us have been here since breakfast time," calls out a piece of toast. "It's pointless to worry," sighs a chunk of avocado. "We don't know why they didn't eat us, but I hope we get to go home now, to all the beautiful places we came from." "Where did you come from?" asks an orange. "Oh my, I was picked from an amazing tree bathed in golden light on the side of a little hill. There were thousands of other trees just like mine, and with all the other plants, we were surrounded by 1,000 shades of green. My tree dug its sturdy roots deep into the dark, delicious brown soil and spread its branches sideways towards its neighbors. Me and my fellow fruits grew up together until we were perfect for picking. Even though the avocado is telling the story in the dark, stinky garbage can, the other food scraps are imagining its beautiful home." Then a glob of yogurt slides off a paper plate and falls smack into the mashed potatoes. While the hours go by, the other food scraps tell of the farms and orchards they came from. Some remember when they were seeds surrounded by dark, soft soil. They share stories of the farmers who grew them and the workers who picked and washed them. Some remember the trucks and ships that carried them vast distances to more trucks, and then grocery stores and farmers markets. They talk of how they dreamed of one day winding up in a delicious, nourishing meal where their fine flavor would be noticed and appreciated. They had all been proud to have made it to a lunchroom cafeteria so they could help students grow and think well in school. It had been a relief to know their long journey was over and they were going to help smart young humans have a delicious meal. But now, inside the dark, smelly garbage can, they are sad to have ended up there. They don't feel appreciated, especially those that are still whole and so, well, wasted. Late that afternoon, a jolt to the trash can shakes them out of a sad, steamy nap. They feel themselves rising up into the air as a cafeteria worker heaves the plastic trash bag out of the bin, carries it outside, and throws it with a great swing into a dumpster. The bag lands with a tremendous plop atop a pile of other bags. Souring milk splashes over everything, and the food scraps groan. Very early the next morning, before the sun has risen, a couple of fit garbage collectors pull a large truck up to the dumpster. The truck makes a loud beep, beep, beep noise as it backs up to the dumpster. The food scraps awake to find themselves mashed in with waste from all over the city. The truck chugs down the road until hours later it arrives at a local landfill. When the garbage truck finally dumps its load, the food scraps know they've made it to their final destination. The avocado peers out from a hole torn in the bag, hoping to see the green trees of the avocado farm. Instead, it sees garbage in all directions. Wow, thinks the avocado. All the garbage bags in the entire city must come here. There are thousands upon thousands of bags just like the one the avocado is in, many of them full of food scraps just like these. Instead of returning to the farm, the avocado has become one of the leftovers. The days pass and the food scraps slowly dry out. Some of their liquid dries up in the hot sun that beats down on them each day. The rest of the liquid leaks into a toxic, stinky runoff. The food scraps lose their brilliant colors and sigh miserably as they waste away to nothing. It is a smelly, awful goodbye and a wasted life for those scrappy lunchroom leftovers. If only they could have another chance. The food scraps were very sad at the end because they ended up in a landfill, a place where all types of waste go to be disposed of, to rot uselessly, far away from their home in farms and gardens where they can be more useful. This is a linear process for managing food waste because the process is like a straight line, where food starts in a farm or garden and ends in a landfill. However, nature knows a better way for food waste to be used. A circular process for managing food waste exists through composting. Instead of a straight line, the process is like a circle, where food starts in a farm or garden and ends in a farm or garden. In this way, composting helps provide extra nutrients to new plants and reduce the amount of waste in landfills. Through composting, organic waste such as fruit and vegetable scraps decompose into nutrient-rich soil that can be used to grow new plants and food. This new soil can be used anywhere plants are grown, like farms and gardens. The food scraps in the tale, The Leftovers, deserve a much happier ending. Now that you know how food scraps can be put to better use through composting, how would you rewrite the ending?